I'm laying downstairs on the second floor. I'm shooting away, and I'm waiting for somebody to tap me. Go, okay, let's go. We're time to move, and nothing's happening. We start spinning up, get ready to go back, and then we start seeing other helicopters come back. And then we got the word that one of our ground units had recovered the crashed helicopter. So my team is now on the third level. I'm laying on a balcony, and I'm engaging across the courtyard. There's Panamanian forces on the other side shooting back at us. We're shooting back at them. And the guard towers, a barbershop, blah, 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 blah. And it's pitch black, and it's so much noise and flashes of light. There's a blackout now. It's just total chaos. And as I'm laying there, we're lined up waiting to go to the roof, and the helicopters are going to come back and pick us up. All right, the 4 helicopters, the little birds. You could hear them buzzing. And they had to land 2 by 2. So what I didn't know was Kurt was the first guy out. That team brought him out first.
How many guys are on the ground in the prison with you?
Well, we had guys on support positions, maybe a total of about 12 inside there, right? And so they get him out. They pack him up, put helmet on him, body armor, pack him in the middle of a helicopter. They fly off. As they fly off the roof, they get shot down, and they crash into an alley, right? So we don't know that yet. We didn't know that happened. I'm laying downstairs on the second floor. I'm shooting away, and I'm waiting for somebody to tap me. Go, okay, let's go. We're time to move, and nothing's happening. And I can hear helicopters coming and going. I'm like, okay, should we be leaving here soon? And so I remember reaching back with my hand to find my teammate, and I don't feel nothing. And then I reach back with my leg, and I start sweeping the floor, trying to feel somebody's foot or something. And I realize they're already gone. They forgot I was laying on the floor. They couldn't see me because it's so dark and all the gunfire. They literally left me inside the prison. And they're on the roof getting on the helicopters, and I'm laying there, and I can hear the Panamanians coming up the stairs. I can hear all the glass break. I can hear them talking in Spanish, blah, 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 and they're coming up to fight, And I'm laying there and go, holy shit, they left me in the prison. So I get up, and I run like a scalded dog up the stair, run out on the roof, and thank God there's a helicopter still sitting there. And I run over to my seat, but somebody else is sitting in it. And I'm like, we're like, it's my seat, and now I'm starting to panic.
Fuck off the helicopter.
And I don't know where the confusion set in. And finally, he realized he was on the wrong helicopter. He got up and ran back to his helicopter, and I got my seat back, and we flew off. We were supposed to be the last helicopter out of 15 helicopters. No, I'm sorry. We were supposed to be the first helicopter. No, sorry, the last helicopter out of 15 to land at Howard Air Force Base. We were the only helicopter to come back, and we're landing and go, where's everybody at? And we had what's called JMAU. It's basically a joint medical unit. They were already set up, all the doctors, everything. They're all standing on the on the tarmac, hands crossed, waiting for us to come in, ready for casualties, and we're the only helicopter that lands. And my team leader looks at me and goes, you guys stay here, hold on. He runs over there and talking, blah, 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 blah. And he comes back. He goes, okay, put a fresh magazine in. We're going to go back in. Precious cargo just got shot down. And I'm like, oh, shit. Now I got scared. I wasn't scared before that, but now I'm scared because I know where we just came from. We had stirred the hornet's nest. You know what a 50 caliber tracer looks like when it's coming at you?
Nope.
A flaming basketball. Yeah. And they're coming at us underneath our freaking helicopter. I'm lifting my legs and you go, holy shit, And guess what? They weren't
Do you
even.
have the handlebar back then?
No. I couldn't really grow much. I was still pretty young back then. I had a little blonde thingy. Everybody thought I was Chuck Norris.
You didn't have
I had the Chuck Norris look back then. Everybody thought I was Chuck Norris.
Yeah, but this is so good.
Yeah, I know.
This is good.
We'll pretend like I had it.
I want to pretend. Let's keep going.
But yeah, so anyways, I'm like, oh my God, So we start spinning up, get ready to go back, and then we start seeing other helicopters come back. And then we got the word that one of our ground units had recovered the crashed helicopter. They had taken casualties, and the only guy that actually didn't get hurt was Kurt Muse. If you read the story, and by the way, it's in my book, not again trying to put a plug in it, but American Badass.
Link in description.
Yeah, and like these documentaries. So what happened was when the helicopter crashed, it was sitting on its side. Hinges were still running, rotors were running. A couple of guys on one side had been shot. One of the other guys, James, the guy that killed the interrogator, came off the pod, and we're all tied in. He was swung underneath the skid. The skid took his toes off one of his feet. Then my team leader, he was knocked unconscious. Kurt Muse gets out. He thinks everybody's dead. It's just him now. So he grabs my assistant team leader's pistol, and he's gonna fight for himself. And as he does that, he starts to stand up into the rotor blade. And my assistant team leader sees it, jumps up and grabs him and pulls him down. As he does that, he takes the rotor strike to the head in the process. Literally shaves the helmet off of his head, knocks him out.
Oh.
And so now everybody's unconscious, right? And then luckily, the quick reaction force, that was on standby. They rolled in with APC. They picked everybody up and hauled them off.
APC?
Armored Personnel Carrier, sorry. For you non-military
No, I'll
types.
stop you when you do it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, they call them M113s at the time, little like square box looking tanky things. But the irony of it is, Tom, my assistant team leader on the team, that was his second helicopter crash in a month. He on the rehearsal.
Survived both of them.
Well, he actually had 3. So the first one was a hard landing. He got banged up pretty bad on that one for the rehearsals for the attack, for the rescue. Then the second one, he gets shot down. He's on medication for that thing, for the head injury. When we go back 5 months later, we're in the Panamanian, in the Darien jungle, which, by the way, is all over the news with, illegals coming across here. We were actually in the Darien jungle, and we're getting ready to go fly and do another mission, and our helicopter crashes again, a Black Hawk.
Who the fuck is driving this helicopter?
They're different helicopters, but it's Task Force 160. Actually, we're alive because of the pilots. They're that good. This particular helicopter had a catastrophic failure of the number 1 engine. And we had,
That'll do it.
we had an auxiliary tank with another 400 gallons worth of jet fuel inside the helicopter. We had 15 packs, personnel equipment, 4 crew. We were pretty heavy. And as we were flying away, the number 1 engine went out. We lost lift, hit a tree, snapped the rotor blades off, and we turned into a giant lawn dart. And went flying through the jungle with no lift, crashed. And that was the one that paralyzed Tom for the rest of his life. In fact, he's still paralyzed to this day.